Torah, Pei Tzadikei, Megillah Esther Tzadikei, bottom of the second column. Okay, the Rebbe's last thing we were learning yesterday is the Rebbe explained the three midas of Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, which is Avram, Yitzchok, and Yaakov, which is the level of Torah, Veda, Gemilas, Chasadim. One is Ava, one is Yira, one is seemingly opposite things, and Yaakov comes and connects both together. So he says, Vine, Kol Avav Midas Anal, that's the level of Vav of Shem Havaya Baruch Hu. But the Hey, this we just started yesterday, but the Hey of Shem Havaya is Nitmunis Utsudas HaHei. How does a Hey look? A Hey is three lines, right? Shnei Tavim Mechubarim, which is Machshava Dibur. There's a top and the bottom right is connected. That's thought and speech. The Kavad Gimel is the level of mice of action. Like it says, Afasisis. For Indian, what does it mean? You have to bring the level of Yud Kei Vav Kei into the Hey. To be full of, that it permeates the thought, speech, and action. To be full of the midas of Kedusha. In other words, the Rebbe explains like this. The Vav of Hashem's name represents Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Avram, Yitzchok, and Yaakov. That is the midas level. Ava, Yira, and the connecting of the two. So then you have, the next letter is the Hey. What does the Hey mean? It's not enough to love Hashem, and you have to bring it down into thought, speech, and action. You can't say to somebody, I love you very much, but that's it. If you don't bring it down into thought, speech, and action, then it's not there yet. There's a level, the letter Hey, every letter in the alphabet says what's called a milui. A milui means the way the letter is filled in, as follows. Aleph, you have an Aleph, but when you Aleph itself is Aleph Lamed Pei. Beis is Beis Yud itself. So Hey could be Hey Yud, or Hey Aleph. Okay? Here now the Rebbe is speaking the milui of a Hey. If you write out Hey, the letter Hey, how do you write it out? Hey. That's what he's saying here. Shamilu Yoahelim. The milui, which is the concealment of the letter, that's the Hey of Machshava, Kameshi, Hashem, and Tzois B'dibum. Just like these five formations of speech, Kachem B'machshava, so it is also these five formations in thought, because the way you think is the way you speak. So there's a Hey, in other words like this, Hey represents speech. Hey is Malchus. Hey is speech. So, but you have, when you speak, first you have to think, and then you speak. So, the Hey represents the five formations of speech, and therefore the five formations of thought that make you speak. So that's the letter Hey. But there's also a Milui Yesh Hey, Milui Aleph, which is Helam Bechim Eid Naila, which is a much more concealment. That's the level of Aleph, the letter Aleph, which is the letters of Pella, of wondrous. Meaning like this. You have the letter Aleph, yeah? So what's revealed is the level of Aleph. What's concealed? The Lamed Pei. Beis, the Beis you see, what's concealed is Yud Sof. So in the letter Hey, you have the Hey, and then you have the Milui of the Hey, the filling of the Hey. So you have Hey. Hey refers to what's revealed, the speech. What's concealed? Thought. Why is thought Hey? Because just like there's five formations of speech, there's five formations of thought. Then you have Hey Aleph. What does Aleph represent? Aleph Lamed Pei is the same letters as Pella, wondrous, which is even a more concealed level. Achine Sheirish Bechinas Havaya Shebeshem Havaya Baruch Hu Unim Shulchan Mailim Bechinas Yud Kei Shebeshem. The Vav Hey is even greater than Yud Kei. In Hashem's name, you have two halves, Yud Kei and Vav Kei, right? So it says like this: Hanistares laHashem Elokeinu. The pasuk says at the end of Chumash, the hidden things, and then it says V'haniglois, and the niglois. Now, V'haniglois is Vav Hey Niglois. So Yud Kei basically is the level of Elokus, which is concealed. Chochmah and Bina. Vav and Hey which is the midas, and the way it comes into thought, speech, and action, that's the revealed part of Elokus. So he says the Vav K, which is the revealed part of Elokus, comes as everything. The lower it is, the higher it originates from. So Vav K is even higher than Yud K. It comes in the Kodila b'mashakot v'yetzi kabarak chitzei. It went out there, the shooting of the arrow like a flash of lightning. I know reish is a marker savas elemis v'tzchadjusham miyayin liyafesh v'afes hamuchat. The way it comes, the concept of yesh miyayin, the way the world is created from ayin. Now ayin is even higher than Yudke. Yudke is chokhmah and bina. Higher than chokhmah and bina is a level of ayin. Ki b'machshava achas bara sa'elam. Hashem created the world, Chazal tell us, with one thought. Shekol abchinas mamale kolam v'seviv kol almin. All the infinite, the permeating levels of Elokus, the encompassing infinite levels of Elokus is ein al machshava achas. There's only one simple thought. So the first day of Hashem's name, which is Bina, is the way it's spread out with the length and the width. Yud nikra nukuda beicho, which is the level of bit. Okay, so now the Rebbe is explaining like this in the name of Yud Kei Vav Kei. Why is he explaining this? Because we need to understand why the name of Hashem is not complete. It's only Yud Kei, right? And not Vav Kei until Amalek is destroyed. Ki Yud Kei al Kei Yud Kei, right? So we learned, the Medrash says, Hashem's name is not complete. It's only Yud Kei. And Kisei is only Chav Samach, not Aleph at the end. So it says the name of Hashem is incomplete, and the throne of Hashem is incomplete until Amalek is destroyed. So that means Al Rebbe is explaining. He's explaining the name of Yud Kei Vav Kei to know what is Yud Kei versus Vav Kei, and why without the destruction of Amalek there's no Vav Kei. So the Al Rebbe explains what is Vav, basically this Midas, Ava, Yiro, and Yaakov Avinu connecting the two. The second Hey is thought, speech, and action. Okay? Now the first Yud Kei, which is a level of Yud is Bittul, Hey is a level of Bina. Okay? But it's not coming down into Midas, it's not coming down into thought, speech, and action. It's only in intellect. Okay? Intellect, without coming down into emotions, and thought, speech, and action basically is worthless. I mean, it's not worthless, but it's, good thoughts, but it's not if it's not coming into practical levels, what does it do?
That's the revealed level of it.
So it has to come into thought, speech, and action.
To eradicate
what?
above
it. We didn't get to doubts yet.
It's to eradicate Amalek, basically in a revealed way. That's what.
When you eradicate Amalek, you reveal the way Yud Kei comes into Vav Kei.
Yeah. That's what we're saying here.
Right, so meaning is like this. Hine, kol amidas machshava dibra ma'isa dikdusha is Vav Kei. The union of midas, like we just said, Vav is the midas, Hey is thought, speech, and action, right? So all the midas and machshava dibra ma'isa of kedusha are in Vav Kei. Shebeshem nimshach mechinas habitl. Hainu ksheyiz bein in bebitl hasagas hanivroim. When you meditate into the bitl of nivroim, the Gabi Abeire, compared to Hashem. Shein teivs and mocking that they don't exist. Uklei mamish nachshavu, there's nothing. It's only one thought from the Eibishter. One thought created Mamala, Seviv, the universe. Yeah? As I yosim alev libe ruchem v'nishmasik. Then his heart will be, and his mind will be only full, l'li'esel Hashem levadei, only to be connected to Hashem. Okay? So he says like this. Achim yitza adam le'eder sa'aval Hashem belvad. V'meidei sativim, if somebody wants to reveal the love of Hashem, only with the instinctive midas, then he's separating Yudke from Vavke. Because he's only awakening, not new midas, through Seichel, he's just awakening the pre-existing midas which are concealed. Right? So it's not the same when you create new midas through intellect versus just revealing the older midas that pre-exist, and you're just revealing them.
That's a level of ayin?
1 second. No. Shamidas as a beginning and therefore, when you do that, then you allow evil to exist. It says like this: when a person uses the intellect only to awaken the pre-existing midas, that allows midas of evil to exist. When you only have the intellect, which stimulates the pre-existing natural instinctive midas, so then basically what we'll see in a second. Now, the Rebbe says that allows evil to get a nourishment from it. And why? He says, look at this. And he says, because then it's only, he's separating Yud-K from Vav-K, because all he's doing is not creating something new midas through Yud-K. He's only revealing something pre-existing. So the intellect is not really stimulating more midas, new midas. So you're basically separating Yud-K from Vav-K. And then, when you only have Yud-K in that way, you're allowing evil to exist. And he says, Zel b'chinas Amalek. That's the level that you can create only with Yud-K. You create an Amalek. Because what's Amalek? Intellect. Intellect. If you only have intellect of Kedusha, that's only revealing the hidden midas, the natural midas.
So you're not creating new midas.
You're not creating new midas, so that intellect is really not full-blown intellect of stimulation to Hashem.
Because all you're doing, you're using your intellect to...
And that intellect allows a klip of Amalek to exist.
So you're only using your seichel to expand your animalistic...
Well, we're talking about Nefesh Elokis. Yeah, but still, it's only a limited...
Because you're saying
things that pre-exist.
You're only bringing out your natural midas, which could be good or bad.
No, he's saying here he's speaking to Seichel Nefesh Elokis. But even when we're talking about Yud Kei Vav
Why
Kei,
would it lead to bad?
because it's an intellect that's not for the purpose of growth.
But if
It's for the purpose revealing the natural midas is what you already have. By revealing seichel,
So why do you need seichel for that if it's already naturally there?
because the natural midas are buried
Okay.
in a level of hester.
So if you're using
So
natural midas-
1 second, you're asking. So the level of seichel reveals that hidden midah, but all you're doing is revealing a midah that already exists. You're not creating a new midah to love Hashem more and to be actively involved in Elokus.
Why would it automatically be bad? You have
I didn't say it's automatically bad. I said it could allow
Creating of action.
evil to exist and to nourish from it, because it's not an intellectual stimulation of growth in Yiddishkeit. It's what it is. So once it's limited, basically, you can allow evil to exist from it.
Can you give an example of this?
Amalek, what?
What if it's a good midah? The midah that...
But you're revealing, okay, why isn't it, 1 second, why is it not enough to serve Hashem with our instinctive midas?
Because it could be animalistic. It could
Because
be
it's
bad.
limited.
Because it's limited.
And it could be bad.
It's not growing, it's limited. If it's not growing, it's
We
limited.
want growth.
Now, that midah is a very limited, restricted midah. That's not what the purpose is. V'ahavta Hashem Elokecha does not mean to love Hashem with your natural instinctive love.
Can you give an example of that?
I'm giving examples now.
What's the natural instinctive love?
Every Jew has Ava and Yira. Like you said before, Avraham Avinu instilled every single Jew to have Ava and
In
Yira.
our genes.
Okay? Now, when you love Hashem, because you have a neshama and you're like a child loves a parent, it's not enough to have only a natural love to a parent. The Aveda in connection to a parent is to create a greater level of love than exists just naturally because you're a kid.
So that's what you're saying here, basically.
And that intellect that only stimulates this natural love, because it's so limited, allows klipa to exist of Amalek.
Amalek has his hands on limited stuff only.
Amalek is seichel.
Seichel.
If you have seichel and you do it the wrong way,
Torah is for-
you use seichel,
Torah is for going-
but it's a little warped. When your seichel is not with bittul, but rebellion, which is the opposite of bittul, that means your seichel is not causing bittul. Your seichel is causing rebellion, then you create a Amalek.
No good. Okay. Shver, beautiful. Torah is for going-